Thank you so much, Gail. And members, I want to take this opportunity to really welcome you. The African we want, and when you look at the Vision 2063, I remember very well in 2012, when I was taken to South Korea for capacity building. At that particular time, I didn't know the importance of capacity building. And at that time, we were looking at 2032 as a year for commissioning of the nuclear power program. And we understood that we required competent human resource to be able to drive this particular agenda. And the journey began in 2012 in terms of building capacities in the various aspects in our industry. And therefore, for the last 10 years, Kenya has been building that capacity at master's level. We know that we require a good number of competent workforce. And therefore, as we speak currently, we have developed at the master's level over 67 Kenyan people. We have also engaged in aspects of developing using the IAEA nuclear power model and projecting the requirements of our workforce over the next 20 years, following from primary school all the way to the university. We have also been able to carry out what we call institutional mapping. And this we have been able to do at the technical level, the vocational training, and also at the universities, and mapped adequately those institutions. Most recently, we undertook what we call HRD strategy, and that has been subjected to IAEA expert mission, and they have already given us a lot of recommendation on that, and therefore we shall be implementing those recommendations. As a country and as a region, if we are able to implement the Africa that we are looking forward to, so that we are able to industrialize by the year 2030 for Kenya, and also to achieve the vision of Africa, which is 2063. And we are looking at the workforce. What is critical for us is looking at what we call workforce planning. And workforce planning will go together with succession management, so that as we develop our people, then the young people are also developed so that they're able to take over when the senior people retire. We're also looking at encouraging and continuing to advocate for nuclear safety culture. And this is going to be developed right from the agency level, going to the policymakers and to our leaders, so that all the things that we do, we have safety in mind. That inquisitive mind where you're always asking, what is it that could go wrong when we are doing your designs, when you're doing your constructions, and also when you're doing your operations. Wow. So we are also looking at enhancing compliance, and of course with our regulatory body, they are able to regulate our affairs, and therefore the capacity building in that particular regard will be critical as we move forward to having a very transparent and accountable regulator that is able to regulate the affairs of the owner-operator. And also in terms of management and leadership, we are looking at developing the competencies of our various leaders, both at the national level, at the corporate level, and also at the agency level, so that we move with these numbers as we look forward to deploying the first nuclear power plant. What is critical to us also is how to retain, and this is something that we have realized in Kenya and also in Africa, that we are losing a lot of our competent staff after having trained them to other countries, and this is a risk that we have already established, and we are looking forward to ensuring that we are able to develop them, we are able to retain them, we are able to motivate them, so that as we look forward to 2034 for Kenya and other countries in Africa coming on board, then we should be able to have these people on board to develop our nuclear power program. We're also making very good progress in terms of now developing a national nuclear curriculum. This will involve all aspects of nuclear engineering and nuclear science, and we'll be making progress with other countries that have done this before, and the US is very clear on this. And also in terms of the strategy, which we want to look at the national strategy for the nuclear power program, that we are able to see how many numbers we have in the various aspects, the various areas of nuclear power program. We're also going to train trainers training of trainers, so that then these trainers can be able to pass in the baton and the information that is required for purposes of training our nuclear experts. We also want to establish, and this is on course, at Konza Technopolis, Kenya Institute of Advanced Technology, and this would be a very excellent center for training nuclear scientists, nuclear engineers, and we are looking forward to commissioning this by the year 2026. Of course, we cannot overemphasize the importance of collaboration and cooperation. And this one we are looking forward to many countries like the US, South Korea, China, Japan, and many other countries that already have nuclear power programs, so that we can always engage with them on matters that makes our work easier in terms of competency development. So I think that would then mark our perspective. We continue to develop these competencies, and we hope that as the time nears by 2034 for Kenyan case, these numbers that we continue to develop would move towards 200 and to 300, so that we shall have some confidence in developing the nuclear power program that we are looking forward to. Thank you so much.